Once upon a time, in a vibrant city of Acapulco, Mexico, there lived a young and vibrant soul named Leslie Ann Pamela Montenegro. Leslie had captured the hearts of thousands with her infectious energy, humorous anecdotes, and insightful commentary on life in Mexico. Leslie's journey into the world of YouTube and journalism started innocently enough. Born into a middle-class family, she had a passion for storytelling and connecting with people. Leslie's charisma and knack for making even the mundane aspects of life entertaining catapulted her into the realm of online stardom. She became a digital spot for those seeking laughter, inspiration, and a glimpse into the daily life of a Mexican woman. In her videos, Leslie would share snippets of her life, to trying out local delicacies and offering heartfelt advice on navigating life's challenges. Her infectious laughter and genuine demeanor made her relatable to a broad audience on her Facebook page. And soon, Leslie had amassed a substantial following. Behind the camera, Leslie's life wasn't all sunshine and rainbows. She faced the typical ups and downs and societal expectations. Her audience was mainly from her journalism. However, her ability to turn adversity into anecdotes and lessons endeared her even more to her audience. They felt like they were growing up alongside her, sharing in her triumphs and sympathizing with her struggles. Tragedy struck one fateful evening when Leslie failed to upload her usual video. Concerned fans flooded her social media platforms with inquiries, but there was an eerie silence from Leslie's end. The air of uncertainty thickened as days turned into weeks, and the absence of Leslie's vibrant presence cast a somber shadow over her online community. As the virtual world buzzed with speculation and worry, the grim truth began to unravel. Investigations revealed that Leslie had fallen victim to a heinous crime. The bubbly YouTuber, who had shared so much of her life with the world, had been brutally The shockwave reverberated through the digital landscape, leaving Leslie's fans in a state of disbelief and mourning. The once joyful lady transformed into a virtual memorial, filled with expressions of grief and disbelief. The impact of Leslie's tragic end rippled through the virtual world and spilled into the real lives of her viewers. The investigation into Leslie's murder unveiled a sinister tale of jealousy and betrayal. It was discovered that two men from a cartel group, someone she didn't know, this supposed attacker had let resentment fester into a poisonous concoction of hatred, leading to the unthinkable act that robbed Leslie of her future. On the day of her murder, she was in a restaurant with her husband at early night. Two men rushed inside the restaurant armed with shooting weapons and mercilessly shot her several times at her body and face, which put her in a very critical condition, and that led to the death of her. However, Leslie Montenegro's tragic murder exposed the far-reaching implications of a corrupt political system that cast a long and ominous shadow over Mexico. As Leslie's story unfolded, it became apparent that her murderer had connections to influential figures within the political landscape. The corrupt tendrils of power reached into the investigation itself, hindering the pursuit of justice and leaving the truth shrouded in a web of lies. In Mexico, a history marred by corruption has been a persistent issue, infiltrating various aspects of society, including law enforcement and the judicial system. Leslie made many enemies throughout her career because she was used to openly spoke about politicians and corruption. That was the reason she was getting number of death threats from unknown means. The brave soul was determined and used to freely convey her idea about what was wrong with the system. The perpetrators behind Leslie's murder capitalized on these systemic weaknesses, exploiting the cracks in a flawed infrastructure that favored the powerful over the vulnerable. The motive for Leslie's murder was intricately tied to her growing influence and the threat it posed to those with a vested interest in maintaining the status quo. Leslie's candid commentary and growing popularity had inadvertently exposed the deep-seated corruption that plagued Mexico's political landscape. Her ability to connect with a diverse audience and her willingness to speak truth to power made her a symbol of resistance against the oppressive forces that held the country in their grip. The authorities tasked with solving Leslie's murder found themselves entangled in a complex web of political intrigue. The very institutions meant to protect citizens became instruments of suppression, thwarting the pursuit of justice at every turn. Witnesses were silenced, evidence tampered with, and the truth buried beneath layers of deceit. Leslie's murder became a symbol of the broader struggles faced by those who dared to challenge the establishment. The corrupt political system, fueled by a culture of impunity, sought to crush dissent and maintain its grip on power. In Leslie's case, her vibrant spirit and the potential she held to inspire change became a threat that couldn't be ignored. Her husband and public rallied behind the call for justice. Protests erupted across the nation, demanding accountability for Leslie's murder and a dismantling of the corrupt system that allowed such atrocities to occur. The tragedy served as a catalyst for a larger movement against corruption, with Leslie's name becoming synonymous with the fight for justice and transparency. Despite the formidable obstacles, a coalition of activists, journalists, and ordinary citizens united to expose the rot within the political system. In the face of adversity, Leslie's legacy lived on. The outcry for justice morphed into a relentless pursuit, shining a spotlight on the need for comprehensive reform. The movement that emerged from Leslie's tragedy galvanized a nation, igniting a fervor for change that transcended the boundaries of the digital realm she once occupied. Leslie Ann Pamela Montenegro's murder was not just a personal tragedy, but a reflection of the broader challenges faced by a society grappling with the insidious effects of a corrupt political system. The quest for justice became a battle cry, a testament to the resilience of a people who refused to let Leslie's voice be silenced in vain. The revelations sent shockwaves through the community, prompting a collective reflection on the darker side of online fame. Leslie's murder underscored the vulnerability of public figures and the potential dangers lurking in the shadows of admiration. Her tragic end served as a stark reminder that the digital realm, while a source of connection and joy, could also harbor threats that transcended the boundaries between the online and offline worlds. In the aftermath of Leslie's untimely demise, there was a renewed call for empathy and compassion in the online community. Fans and fellow content creators alike began to reevaluate the relationships they built in the virtual space, recognizing the importance of fostering genuine connections and supporting one another in the face of life's challenges. Leslie's legacy endured through the memories captured in her videos and the impact she had on the lives of those who followed her. The tragedy served as a cautionary tale, prompting a collective shift toward kindness, authenticity, and vigilance in the ever-evolving landscape of online interactions. As the sun set over Monterrey, a city that had lost one of its brightest influencers, Leslie's memory lived on in the hearts of her fans and the lessons learned from her life. The digital world, forever changed by the loss of Leslie Montenegro, continued to spin, carrying with it the echoes of her laughter and the reminder that even in the vastness of cyberspace, humanity's capacity for both good and evil persisted. If you are new, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching the video. We'll meet soon with another true crime story. Till then, watch this case which pops up on the screen.